Ever tried explaining something so complex it takes, like, months just to get the point
Oh,
across?
tell me about it.
Now imagine doing that while, the entire tech landscape is just shifting constantly beneath your feet.
Yeah, that sounds like every tech marketer's daily life, right?
It's basically a nightmare. But that's why today we're diving deep into how AI is, well, it's basically revolutionizing marketing and tech, the whole world of it.
It's wild.
We've got this stack of articles, some research papers, even a podcast episode, and they're all saying the same thing. AI is making tech marketing smarter,
Yeah,
faster, more effective, just like better in every way.
it really is. And it's not just, hype or whatever. Tech marketing has these unique challenges. The products are so intricate, and the audience,
Yeah,
you have these hardcore developers, and then like C-suite execs.
yeah.
It's a whole range.
Completely different people.
Right. And the sales cycles are crazy long. They can feel like marathons.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Traditional marketing just can't keep up.
From what I'm seeing here, it's not even just about keeping up anymore. It's about, like, getting way ahead. AI isn't just taking over the boring stuff. It's giving companies this, like, strategic edge. One article here, it talks about how a sauce company cut down their documentation creation time by 60%.
60.
Wow, that's huge. I mean, what could you even do with all that extra time?
It's about agility, right? Like if you're not spending all your time on documentation, you can react to market changes so much faster.
Yeah, yeah.
You could like move those writers to higher level content,
Yeah.
build some real thought leadership.
Totally. It changes everything. It's not just speed, it's doing like completely different things. A lot of these sources talk about how data-driven tech buyers are. One even said that 70 to 80% of their research happens before they even talk to sales.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy. That all this pressure to have the right information just ready to go.
And it's not just any content. It has to be hyper-targeted. A developer looking for like API documentation has very different needs than a CFO who's probably thinking about budgets and stuff.
Right.
That's where AI-driven content gets really interesting. We're seeing it create everything. Detailed technical docs, FAQs, blog posts that speak like directly to one specific person's needs. It's amazing.
So it's not this one-size-fits-all approach anymore. It's like AI is creating content that's almost custom-made for each person who sees it.
Precisely. And that level of personalization can really make a difference. There's an example here. A B2B cloud provider boosted their conversions by 42% using, get this, AI-powered predictive analytics.
Predictive analytics. Okay, that sounds pretty high-tech.
It is.
Could you maybe break that down a bit for me and maybe for our listener too? How does AI actually predict anything?
Sure. It's all about patterns. AI looks at huge amounts of data, website behavior, past purchases, even social media. And it finds patterns that show who is likely to buy.
So it's like having a super-powered sales assistant who knows exactly who's ready to buy.
And what message will actually work.
That's amazing. So lead generation is getting a total makeover. It's not just about casting this wide net anymore. It's super precise.
Right. The impact can be huge. We saw an example where a tech startup shortened their sales cycle by 22%.
Wow, that's significant,
Okay.
especially in an industry where these deals can drag on forever.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so AI is helping with better content, more targeted leads. What other parts of marketing are being affected? This feels like just the tip of the iceberg, honestly.
But we're just getting started.
Yeah.
One area that I find super interesting is paid media optimization. AI can analyze customer engagement in real time, adjust bids, shift budgets to different channels, even A/B test ad copy on the fly to see what works best.
It's like having an army of marketing assistants working nonstop, making sure every dollar counts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the results are incredible. One cybersecurity company, they lowered their cost per acquisition by 37% just by using AI-powered bid management.
Seriously.
It's huge, especially when ad costs are just going up and up.
I know, it's insane. Okay, content, leads, paid media.
Mhm.
Is there anything in tech marketing that AI isn't disrupting? This feels like a complete overhaul.
You're right. It is. Even engaging with developer communities, which is notoriously tricky, is changing because of AI. Companies are using it to track sentiment, figure out trending topics on places like Stack Overflow, even automatically answer technical questions.
That's smart. Developers can be a tough crowd. They want real expertise, authenticity. I guess using AI to be there all the time, providing good information, could build some serious trust.
Definitely. One software company, they saw a 65% increase in developer engagement just by using AI-powered sentiment monitoring. They could see what developers were saying, how they were feeling.
Makes sense. So far, we've seen how AI is hitting everything: content, leads, developer relations. But what about the bigger picture stuff? Can AI help with something like, strategic planning?
Now, that's where things get really interesting. And that's what we'll dive into next. AI can definitely help with strategic planning. In fact, one of the sources it asks this really interesting question. What if the real advantage of AI isn't just doing things better, but like knowing what to do next?
Oh, wow. So it's not just about like automating tasks, it's about using AI to kind of like see the future of the market.
Exactly. AI can look at tons of data, like historical trends, what's happening now, even economic indicators,
Yeah.
and use all that to predict what's coming. That kind of foresight is so valuable for, making big decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. Like whether it's about product development, marketing campaigns, or just, your whole business strategy.
Right.
So instead of just reacting to the market, companies can use AI to like get ahead of the curve and really set themselves up for success. It's like having a crystal ball for the tech industry.
It's not magic, but it can feel like that sometimes. AI can process information and see patterns so much faster than any human could. One of the sources, it was video actually, it talked about how companies are using AI for market forecasting. They're looking at social media, news articles, industry reports, basically anything they can get their hands on to figure out what's trending and what people are going to want in the future.
So it's like having a whole team of analysts constantly watching the market and giving you insights like live.
It's even better because AI doesn't like get tired or have biases. It can go through so much data without missing anything. It's a level of insight we just didn't have a few years ago.
That makes sense. And it's not just about predictions, right? It's also about knowing what your competitors are doing. Some of these sources mentioned using AI for competitive intelligence.
Oh, absolutely. Keeping an eye on the competition has always been important, but AI takes it to a whole other level. Imagine an AI system that's constantly checking your competitors' websites, social media, even their press releases. And it tells you when their messaging changes, when they launch something new, if they change their prices.
It's like having a spy inside their headquarters.
Well, maybe not that dramatic, but you get the idea. AI gives you this real-time view of what your competitors are doing. And that lets you make, smarter decisions. One example, a DevOps tool provider used AI to analyze their competition in real time. And they actually optimized their ad spending and cut down their cost per lead by a lot.
So it's not just gathering information, it's using that information to make decisions that like actually affect your bottom line.
Exactly. And it can go even further. We're seeing AI used for things like predictive customer support.
Okay, what's that?
So companies use AI to analyze things like past interactions with customers, what they've bought, even their browsing history. And they use that to try and figure out if someone's going to have a problem, and then they can reach out with a solution before the customer even knows they need help.
That's incredible. It's like they're reading your mind before you even have a problem.
It's about going from reactive customer support to like proactive customer care. If you can figure out who's likely to have an issue and help them before they even contact support, it's a much better experience.
Everyone wins. The customer feels taken care of, and the company doesn't have to deal with as many support requests.
Exactly. And in an industry as competitive as tech, that kind of personal touch can really make you stand out.
Okay, so we've talked about the big picture stuff, but I'm curious about something like email marketing. That's still a big part of like every tech company strategy, right?
Well, yeah. It's easy to think of email as like old-fashioned, but AI is changing everything. Companies are using it to personalize email campaigns based on, what people do on their website, what they buy, even how much they interact with past emails.
So instead of sending the same email to everyone, you're saying they can tailor each one to the specific person who's getting it.
Right. It makes sure the content is actually relevant, which means people are more likely to open it, read it, and click through. One source mentioned a cloud solutions provider that boosted their conversion rates by like 35% just by personalizing their emails with AI.
That's huge. And it's not just about getting people to click, it's about using AI to make every interaction with the customer better.
You got it. AI isn't just about making marketing more efficient. It's about making it more effective by, making the experience more personal and relevant. It's about understanding your customers and giving them what they want in a way that feels authentic.
So we talked about a lot: content creation, lead generation, strategic planning, even customer support. What stands out to you as like the most important thing from all this?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI isn't just a tool, it's a total transformation. It's changing everything about how we approach marketing and tech.
Yeah, I agree. It's about using data to make better decisions, personalize the customer experience, and even predict what's going to happen next. But we can't forget that AI isn't a magic solution. It takes human guidance, strategic thinking, and, understanding your audience.
Absolutely. The companies that succeed are going to be the ones who can combine AI with human expertise and creativity.
It's not humans versus machines. It's humans and machines working together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another important point. Using AI means being strategic and taking things one step at a time. It's not about just buying the newest AI tool and hoping for the best. You need a plan.
So where do you even start? Like if you're a tech company and you want to use AI in your marketing, it feels kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, I can see that. But it doesn't have to be like totally crazy. One of these sources had uh, this framework for getting started. It was just 3 steps.
Okay, I'm listening. Step one.
First, you got to figure out the right use case. Don't try to do everything at once.
Right.
Think about your biggest problems, the things AI could actually help with. Is it content? Is it ad spending? Is it lead nurturing? What's the real pain point?
Find that one thing where AI can make a difference. Okay, got it. What's next?
Then you got to start small.
Mm.
Don't go all in right away.
Right.
Pick one thing, do a little pilot project, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Track the results. That way you can prove that AI works without, betting the whole farm.
Okay, so dip your toes in before you jump in the deep end.
Exactly.
So you've got your use case, your pilot project goes well. What's the last step?
Then it's time to scale up and, optimize everything. Once you know AI works, you can start using it in other parts of your marketing. But keep tracking everything. Make adjustments as you go.
It's like what's that saying? Crawl, walk, run.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to become this AI marketing master overnight. It takes time.
Makes sense.
And there were some really good examples in these articles. One company, they started using AI chatbots for customer support, and they saw, way more engagement in just a few months.
That's cool.
Another one used AI to optimize their website for search, and their traffic went through the roof.
So it works, but you got to be smart about it, right?
Yeah.
Have realistic expectations.
For sure. And you got to have the right team. You need people who understand AI, like the technical side, but also how marketing works in tech. One source said it's super important to have expertise in data, AI modeling, and obviously digital marketing strategy.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about the people who use it.
Right. The companies that win are going to be the ones that can, bridge that gap, use the power of AI, but still have that human touch that, builds relationships with customers.
So big question. As we wrap up this deep dive into AI-powered marketing for tech companies, what's the one thing you want our listener to walk away with?
I think the most important thing is that AI isn't just about automation. It's about, making things better. It's about helping marketers be more creative, more strategic, more connected to their customers.
It's not about replacing humans. It's about making them better at what they do.
Exactly. And that brings us to one last thought. What if the real revolution in tech marketing isn't about the tech itself, but about how people use it? What if the real potential of AI is unlocking the potential of, human marketers?
That's a great question to leave everyone with. AI is powerful, no doubt, but it's up to us, the humans, to figure out how to use it to shape the future. And that's what makes this such an exciting time to be in this industry.
It really is. So much opportunity. Keep exploring AI. See how it can change your marketing.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.